Check, 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 check. Hello, we're live, we're live, we're live. Hello, hello, hello.
You're one, I'm two.
All right, good.
Okay.
You ready to go on?
Oh, nice. Nice.
Are we live?
All right, shut me down.
Yep.
Test 1-1.
Chest. I just find out when he's ready.
You all set? How long is CC?
What's that? 10.5 minutes.
Wow.
We were chatting with Jaddy
A lot
today.
to talk about.
Yeah.
Think I could convince Archie to get a bird's eye like this?
Yeah.
Probably not. Nice. You don't have to write in your password there. Look at, you see Tegan's new pads?
I heard he got new pads.
20.
1,400. Are you ready? Go ahead. Live from the Plattsburgh State Fieldhouse, Toronto B. Stafford Ice Arena, you are tuned in to the Hearts and Total opening pregame show on the Spartan Hockey Network, powered by Northline Utilities. We would also like to welcome all the viewers on the new Potassium Sports Network YouTube channel. This is the first athletic event aired on their new channel, and we look forward to continuing our partnership. It is an exciting time at PSN. Continue to move forward, highlighting Section 7 high school sports. Good evening, everyone. I am the Bullet, Bob Trombley, alongside Josh Trombley, bringing live coverage and analysis of tonight's contest. The Spartans, 7-12 overall, 3-4 in league play, have traveled across town to take on the Eagles, 11-6-2, 7-0 in league play in the last regular season contest for both teams. We also have Jeff Garrett with Potassium. He is the producer for tonight's broadcast. Welcome aboard, Jeff. We appreciate everything you've done over at Potassium. This is the second meeting between these two squads. Beekmantown took care of business over at AC North back on January 27th with a 4-1 victory. Expect another classic battle as these two teams have developed quite the rivalry over the years.
Yeah, absolutely. First one for the Spartans here at the Plattsburgh State Fieldhouse. We would like to see a result of the last time these Spartans played here at the Plattsburgh State Fieldhouse against these Beekmantown Eagles was last year in the Section 7 Class B final in a victory for the Spartans that sent them into a match versus Queensberry at the Plattsburgh State Fieldhouse later on. Like to see another good battle as the last one was kind of a close game through two periods. It wasn't a game that the Spartans are going to be favored to win in, as they are a lot younger this year. A lot of their seniors have moved on. Same thing with Beekmantown, but a few of the returning players still there. But yeah, it's going to be a good matchup tonight. As like I said, the first one it was a good matchup through the first two periods or so. But an empty net goal eventually sealing it for Beekmantown, as we were kind of wondering when Edward Sweenor would kind of
Take over?
establish himself in Beekmantown's play, as he got the last two for Beekmantown.
Yes, absolutely. He's a good player. We've seen a few across the league. Edward is one of the top players in the league, and when he decides he's going to take over the hockey game, he takes over the hockey game. Well, folks, we want to make sure we thank our sponsors for helping with tonight's broadcast. Northline Utilities, the Hartson Total Opening, McLean Power Equipment, Northern Blacktopping, Seacom Federal Credit Union, Lucky Strike Lanes, the Liquor and Wine Warehouse, Cowell Banker, Chess Agnew Agent, the Butcher Block, Stewart Shops, Huntley Trucking, the Potassium Sports Network, Casella Waste Systems, Brookside Detailing, and Saranac Veterinary Clinic. Well, welcome back to the Hartson Total Opening pregame show. We'll run Coach's Corner in the first intermission, as I had a chance to sit down with Spartan head coach Robbie Knowles with quite a little bit longer tonight. 10 and a half minutes was the length. But
Must have been talking about the bowling alley earlier today.
a little bit. He gave him a little plug.
Yes.
Yeah, for the stuff that they did earlier.
Nice.
Always good when they, with the coaching staff, with the help of Rosie, big help from Rosie, to do these type of things for the team.
Yeah, I had the pleasure, I guess you could call it, of working today during the annual Spartan bowling tournament, I guess you could call it. Coaches took over again this year.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
As I can't remember, Matt told me when the last time that the players won. I don't remember. He said one of the players' names was the last time that the players had won, and I can't remember the name. I knew it was an older name. So it's been quite a while since the players have won. The coaches have really taken over,
Yeah,
much because of Robbie's a bowler,
yes.
and he was an average of 225 or more usually during league, and that's about half of the team score right there. And they've got 4 players.
Yes, he does enjoy that. The coaches do enjoy that with the athletes. I know the athletes look forward to it every year with the annual. I know last year with a deeper playoff run, they group of those guys would sneak over there before game time after school to catch in a couple of quick games. Very superstitious group.
Yes.
The Spartans look to close out the regular season with a victory over a tough Beekmantown hockey team tonight. Coming off the loss to SLP this past Thursday evening, Spartans are looking to regain some confidence before the playoff game on Tuesday evening against the pesky New York. They're from New York. Did you know that?
Well, most of them
Yes.
are.
NCCS Cougars. Meanwhile, the Eagles are unbeaten in their last 8 games. A tough task ahead. Few keys to tonight's game: take care of the puck, limit turnovers on the back end, give your goaltender some support, stay out of the penalty box, get on the board first, build momentum early.
Yeah, this Spartan team, when they score first in the hockey game, like a lot of teams, even throughout all levels, all the way up to the NHL, a lot of the time teams, believe it or not, like to play ahead. They like to play with momentum. They like to play when they're up on the board. And tonight, that's the key for some Spartan success. Get on the board early. Crack the code on goaltender Jack Bell, who in his season so far, Jack has a .905 save percentage and a 2.5 goals against average, which on a Beekmantown team that the defense is quite solid through the back end. Maybe you'd like to see those numbers a little bit less, but Jack has done a good job. He's gotten them 10 wins overall in the season. That's all you really need ask for your goaltender, especially in high school hockey, is just to get you wins.
Absolutely. Let's take a look at the Spartan story. Come in with an overall record of 7-12. They're 3-4 in league play. Their home record is 3-6. Their road record is 4-6. Here, coaching staff: Robbie Knowles, assisted by Calvin Hamill, Rob Knowles, and Ryan Knowles. Leaders here for the Spartans, leading in points and goals, is Ryan Campbell, 28 points on the season, 18 goals. 4 players tied with the most assists: Gabe Moore, Brody McCumber, Robbie Squire, and and Ryan Campbell as well. They are switching the page here. They've been rotating their goaltenders throughout the season. Carson Hollins had I don't want to say I guess the best luck. He's played some solid games. Not always the toughest on the schedule when his turn came up, but he made a great night of it on last Tuesday against NCCS. He's 3-3 on the season, 2.87 goals against average, and a .890 save percentage. The Spartans are 10 for 47 on the power play, good for 21.2%. Their penalty kill 55 for 71, 77.4%. They're averaging 27 point shots per game while giving up 30.8. They're averaging 3 goals a game while giving up 4.2. They're averaging 4.3 penalties per contest. And here is the lineup tonight for head coach Robbie Knowles. First line centered by senior Adrian Barnes. 6-7-13 is Adrian's line. He'll dance with Killian Baker on his left. 2-1-3 is Killian's line for the sophomore. Junior Gabe Moore, 12 goals, 10 assists, 22 points. Second line pivot, Ryan Campbell, the junior, 18 goals, 10 assists for 28 points. On his left, Noah Barton, a sophomore, 1 assist on the season. On his right skates Elliot Batty. 3-6-9 is Elliot's line. Third line center, Rowan Rabideau, the 7th grader, 1 assist on the season. He'll skate on his left with Matt Trombley. 1 goal, 1 assist for 2 points for Trombley. On his right, Easton O'Connell, another 8th grader, 4 assists on the season. Final line pivot is Chase Happel, the 8th grader, 1 goal on the year. He skates with Damian Braun, the junior, and junior Sam Larsh. It's Barnes with Baker and Moore, Campbell with Barton and Batty, Rabideau with Trombley and O'Connell, Happel with Braun and Larsh. Defensive pairings tonight for head coach Knowles. Robbie Squires, the junior, 2 goals, 10 assists for 12 points. He skates with Brody McCumber, the junior, 9 goals, 10 assists, 19 points. Second pairing, Deacon Giroux, another junior, 1 goal, 5 assists, 6 points. He skate with junior Zane Vaughn. 2-1-3 is Vaughn's line. Final pairing, Noah Terry, the senior. He'll dance with Riley Ficacello. 1 assist on the season. So it's Squire with McCumber, Giroux with Vaughn, Terry with Ficacello. In goal tonight for the Spartans is junior Tegan Van Valkenburg. Comes in with a 1-5 record, 4.23 goals against average, a .863 save percentage. He'll be backed up by freshman Carson Holland and sophomore Max Foyer. And that is the lineup tonight for head coach Robbie Knowles as they work through the warm-up. We'll wait for the national anthem. We'll give a rundown of Beekmantown.
Yeah, I would say so. It's going to take me just more than maybe 45 seconds to
Yes.
talk about them.
Well, folks, the announcements have taken place. We're getting set for the anthem. We're going to take a short break. We'll come back with the puck drop on this one as we continue on the Spartan Hockey Network, powered by Northland Utilities and the Potassium Sports Network.
are back here at the Ronald B. Stafford Ice Arena. As promised, we will go through the look at the Beekmantown Eagles story on the season. Overall, they are 11-6-2 with a 7-0 record in league play. They are 5-3-2 at home and 6-3 on the road. Here is the lineup set forth by head coach Frechette of the Beekmantown Eagles. First line center, the junior number 56, Edward Sweenor, 20 goals, 16 assists for 36 points on the season. To his left is the senior number 44, Price Parker, 13 goals, 10 assists, 23 points for Price. To their right, the junior number 12, Mason Carter, 5 goals, 12 assists for 17 points. Second line center, number 17, the junior Sully Luckin, 4 goals, 4 assists for 8 points for Sully. To his left, the number 13, the sophomore, Jackson Dio, 1 goal, 4 assists for 5 points. To their right, number 8, Jacoby Whedon, the junior, 3-6-9 is his line. And the last set of forwards, the freshman number 9, Evan Waugh, 7-3-10. To his left, number 22, the junior, Pierce Dominy, 0-1-1 is his line. And to their right, number 26, the senior, Caleb Perrier, 0-0-0 is his line. We're going to jump into the action. We'll get you the defenseman on the Eagles the next time we get a whistle.
Play is on in the Saranac zone. Nice job, Josh, to get things underway. Squires now will take a shot. Scores! It sneaks under the glove. And Robbie Squires picks up his second goal in as many games. As Saranac strikes first. Time of the goal is 30 seconds into the hockey game. And we'll listen to the call, but Robbie Squires picks up goal number 3 on the season.
Great start for the Spartans there. As we said in the Hearts in Total opening pregame show, that the Spartans needed to start off strong. They have their goaltender Tegan Van Volkenberg behind them tonight, where Tegan's played a bulk of the games against the better teams. So you want to have a good, strong start in front of your goaltender.
So the Spartans strike at the 30-second mark. They'll control it off the faceoff. Here's Soup going the other way. Unassisted on Squires' goal. Saranac able to keep it in the blue line. Nice job by Jackson Deo to get that puck out. Saranac's now going to put it back in. Rim it around. They were looking for Soup. Deo picks it up on the back wall. As we'll have to go by this because they have different jerseys on tonight, Josh.
Oh, perfect.
Yes. As Soup now going to skate it in. That went off the skate of Briere, but they're not going to.
I felt like Evan Briere could have played that puck.
Yeah, he was definitely close enough. Actually, I thought it skimmed the skate on the way by, but nonetheless, we'll bring this face-off back down in front of goaltender Tegan Van Valkenburg. As I mentioned, Tegan comes in with a 4.23 goals against average, .863 save percentage. Face-off is tied up in skates, controlled by Beekmantown. They give it to Briere. Price now. And here is Saranac with a shot, goes wide of the net. First one to it should be Killian Baker, and is. He's going to get ahead to Moore. Bad bounce.
I don't think I've watched a lot of Plattsburgh State games this year, and I don't think I've ever seen that.
I don't think I've seen one there either. As Saranac's able to get it out of the zone, and coming the other way is Edward Sweenor. Chipping ahead. Briere on the back end holds, and he'll leave it for Braden Nephew. Pushes it in the zone. Squires back to retrieve. He goes D to D with McCumber. Here was a stretch pass ahead. A big turnover by the Spartans.
Nice play by Barnesy to get back there and disrupt that play.
We're standing around now as is a shot that is deflected. And nice job by Gabe Moore to give it out. Now he's on the forecheck. As a couple of players, just going to bring it to center. Right? It couldn't get through the door. I mean, it is what it is. They're high school hockey players. Most of them go through the door. They don't jump off the wall. As we'll get a face-off back at center ice.
The rest of the defense for the Eagles is Braden Nephew, the senior, on the left-hand side, number 7, 07-7 is his line. To his right, the freshman, number 4, Evan Briere, 4-4-8, his line. Second line of defense is number 21, the junior Jack Rovers, 05-5 is Jack. And to his right, number 16, Carter Lapierre, the junior, 1-8-9 is Jack's line. In goal for tonight for the Eagles, number 31, Jack Bell, the junior, 2.54 goals allowed per game and a .905 save percentage.
Nice job, Josh. Play is down in the Saranac end. It's behind the cage. And bodied his man as Mason Carter goes down, and Saranac outlets it. They tried to get it back in the zone. Now they will, and coming up to play it is Noah Terry. Terry gains the checkered line. He'll flip one to the back wall. He'll head off to change. Soup's first to it. Soup kicks it ahead, but nobody's there but an eagle, and that eagle is Sweenor. Keep an eye on Sweenor. As nice job by Brody McCumber. McCumber gets it back to center. Carter now ahead. He feeds Sweenor. Sweenor right dot, drop pass for Parker. And Saranac will pick a pocket, and they'll chip one the other way as it's Gabe Moore. Bell comes out of his net to play it. It's tied up in the Zamboni corner. Sweenor is going to chip it ahead as a couple of players get tangled up now. And Sweenor will come back out with it. He'll go cross ice to Ivan Roy. Here is Squires, the lone goal scorer so far. He gets taken down on the play. Good check there by Braden Nephew. Nephew will turn behind his own cage. He'll look to bring it out. Here's a stretch pass ahead. Doesn't connect. Brody McCumber will shoot this one ahead. Ahead to Soup. It skips over his stick. Soup checks up, back online. On sides, and headed the other way quickly is Jacoby Whedon.
I don't think there was much intent to play the puck there.
As this one trickles in on the goaltender Tegan Van Valkenburg, and he will hold on.
I think Beekmantown's lucky to not get an interference penalty there, as Soup had brought the puck into the line and lost the puck. Well, after that, he got checked into the boards. Not much intent to play the puck there. Beekmantown lucky not to get a penalty.
Faceoff is to the left of goaltender Van Valkenburg. Soup's on the draw. It's tied up and controlled to Briere out of the blue line. Briere with a shot in on the glove, right into the glove of goaltender Van Valkenburg. And he holds on.
12:39 left to play in the first period. 1-0 still the score, favoring Saranac.
Faceoff to the left of Van Valkenburg. Controlled by Saranac as they get it out to the blue line. Nice job keeping it in was Briere. Here's a shot, more of a shot pass towards the front. Barton's there first to it. He gets some help from Zane Vaughn. A couple of players tied up in a scrum down in the corner as Noah Terry now gets it ahead. He'll chip one ahead. They're looking for Elliott Batty, and taking it in now is Deacon Giroux with a shot off the side of the cage. Giroux had got in untouched, and the Eagles look to break out. Mason Carter up through the top of the slot. Here's a shot up over the top of the goaltender.
That's got to be out of play, no?
Yeah, I thought that hit the top glass, but they said it didn't.
Nonetheless, Tegan Van Valkenburg getting a piece of that with his glove to keep it out.
Here is Soup. Soup now left side. There's a quick shot. Blocker saved by Jack Bell, excuse me, folks. As Saranac digs it out of the Zamboni corner. It is Barnsey. Barnsey gets some help from Soup. Four players in a scrum. As Parker Price. Now here is a shot. Save. And it goes in. Saranac looking to play it in front of the goaltender. It was laying there. Gabe Moore tried to shoo it away, but a poke check by number 13.
It's kind of hard to tell. It's either 13 or 18, one of the two. 18. Ivan Roy.
So number 18 for both teams now with a goal. Ivan Roy. Time of the goal is 5 minutes and 37 seconds. It's been a long day, Jay.
Well, you go from calling the Dynamo game last night and getting that time right with the regular 20-minute periods to 17-minute periods the next night.
Yes, and 2 basketball games today.
Yep.
Play is on in the neutral zone. Mason Carter will bring it in for Beekmantown. Here is a shot that's deflected up in the air.
Oh, but that one hits
That one hit the. I think you're right. I think the one before hit
like it hit the top glass.
For Evan Roy, he picks up his 8th goal of the year for the freshman. We are tied at 1 with 11:07 to play in the first period.
Got to be better on defensively there for Saranac, as there was some garbage that needed to be cleaned up in the paint area that just didn't get cleared. Oh, another weird hit off the sidewall as both teams having a tough time getting the puck up the zone. As Beekmantown will take back over into the neutral zone. Noah Terry turns it over as well. Here's Mason Carter, and just a quick step too quick was Edward Sweenor, so the Eagles will be called offsides.
For Sweenor picking up an apple, it's his 17th of the year. And for number 44, Bryce Parker, is 11th. Faceoff is in the neutral zone. Controlled by Saranac back in their own end. Elliott Batty's going to get ahead to Barton. Barton backhands one. Soup was there. Sweenor now picks it up on the back wall. Sweenor now with speed. Soup cancels him down Zamboni corner. Nice move by Sweenor to evade. He gets it over to Briere. Barton first to it. McCumber in on the check. And they'll continue to keep the puck back in the Beekmantown zone with Saranac now picks one ahead. Not quite sure what everybody's waiting for. As this one goes all the way down the river. Kind of some confusion down on that end.
Yeah, a little bit. I think Elias Juno for Beekmantown thought it might have laid flat on top of the glass. The hockey puck did and landed in his hand. He thought it might have been out of play.
Yes, this one it kind of had a weird sound over there as well.
Like a kathunk.
Yes, controlled by Saranac. Elliott Batty throws one towards the side of the cage. Noah Barton comes to help out. Keeping it in now is Soup, and he picks a pocket. Here's Batty with a shot into the mitt of goaltender Jack Bell, and he holds on.
Good awareness there from Jack Bell to be in the right place, right time. Gets the quick snapshot from Elliott Batty. Easy save. We'll get a whistle.
Coach Knowles, the first look at the third line for Coach Knowles tonight. Rabideau, Tremblay, and O'Connell. Rabideau in on the draw. It is pushed ahead into the Zamboni corner. First one to it is O'Connell. As Beekmantown now tries to get it out, it's Deacon Giroux. Back with a couple of players. Here is Easton O'Connell. O'Connell's going to chip and chase to the back wall. As they'll try to bring this one out. Kept in by Zane Vaughn. And it gloved back towards the front. Tremblay was ready for the slap shot, but I got deflected. Nice job getting stick on puck. It was number 8, Jacoby Whedon, excuse me. Here is a pass towards the front. First one to it. As they'll throw one all the way across ice. More on Carter. Carter now turns in the corner, throws one across the side, ends up to the corner, and here comes the Spartans the other way. Spartans, Eagles, they both wear red at times. Cardinals are here as puck is tied up in the neutral zone. Saranac tried to rush, but got caught offside.
Ivan Roy got away with a high stick there as he just smacked Robbie Squires right in the face. I know they have face masks on and no visors, but
here is Squires again. He's it for Moore. Moore with a shot. Another shot by Moore. It's saved again by Bell. And they look to back one out. It'll go all the way down the river. And we'll get an icing here on the Beekmantown Eagles with 8:22 to play in the first period. We're tied at 1.
I think Killian Baker and Spartans kind of got lucky that they called icing as Killian had stopped skating right around the Della Auto Group, parallel with the Della Auto Group logo down there.
Face off to the left, won by Sweenor. He gets it out and pick the pocket is Moore. Here's a shot pass towards the front by Squires. And around it goes all the way to this other side by a shot by McCumber. Squires now holds. Now a little wrist shot towards the front. That's kind of all that he had on the first goal, and it found its way to the back of the net as Brody McCumber holds the line. Bryce Parker picks up. Now Saranac coming the other way. It's Barnes. Barnes in the corner. He gets checked on the play by Sweenor. And this one will get shot all the way down the river. And we'll get another icing with 7:48 to play in period number 1. Tied at 1. You know what you're listening to?
What am I listening to?
The Spartan Hockey Network. On the MixLR app and video and audio over on the Potassium Sports Network YouTube channel. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Face off to the left of Bell. Soup's on the draw with Sully Luckin. One and controlled by the Spartans, but nice job getting stick on puck was Mason Carter. Bring it in now is Deacon Giroux. He throws one out front.
Ooh, dangerous.
Dangerous. It laid right in front. It was a stick save, and Jack Bell a little slow to get down there. But nonetheless, Jack Bell stands tough on the back end. Face-off is to the right of Bell, as it is pushed out by the Beekmantown Eagles. Delayed offsides on Saranac. They will touch up. Barton, a couple of players, comes back out to the neutral zone. Back is Giroux. Giroux, stretch pass ahead. He was looking for Elliott Batty. Icing's waved off. Comes back out. Here's Terry. Terry with a little shot pass towards the front. Ends up in the Zamboni corner where Soup gets it out to
Oh, that stayed
Giroux.
in.
That did. That did.
Trust yourself.
Yes. As he cancels Mason Carter on the back wall. Soup's going to come help out. Soup bounces it off a player, goes behind the net. First one to it is Terry for the Spartans.
Missed call there as Soup got taken down right in front of the official.
As Bryce Parker now picks it. And heading the other way is Sweenor. Keep an eye on Sweenor. Left side. Shot is up into the glove. It was a little high, but the goaltender Tegan Van Valkenburg says, I've seen enough.
Did they blow the whistle?
Sometimes it's not very loud.
I know Ian Broussard did not blow the whistle because he didn't have his whistle near his mouth, and he was the closest referee to the play. That's not Jason Terrian's job to blow the whistle from the other blue line.
Face-off is to the right of Van Valkenburg, controlled by the Spartans, and they'll pitchfork one to center.
Boy, that's got to be nice to do that here.
Yes, nice big open building. Home of the men's and women's hockey team here at Plattsburgh State.
Which will be hosting the SUNYAC.
The women will be,
Yeah.
yes. As the now I'm talking Cardinals.
Yeah, I shouldn't have said that. My bad.
Yeah,
Get you all mixed up here.
Killian throws it towards the back wall. First to it is Squires as he activates. He's battling down with Bryce Parker.
You'll never forget that number.
No, as
That's a weird hockey number is 44, but you never forget that's Bryce Parker.
yes, I thought McCumber was coasting a little bit on that one, but
Well, you know,
they're going to give him the icing anyways, and they'll bring this one back
that's
down.
like hitting cruise control on when you're going down a mountain. Sometimes it speeds up, sometimes it slows down.
Oh, goodness. So Ian Broussard and Jason Therian, the referees for today's game. A couple of the veterans.
The dynamic duo.
Face-off tied up in skates. Moore gets it out to McCumber. McCumber goes cross ice to Squires. Squires stops. Now he's going to pitch it in. McCumber thought about activating, but thought better of it. Squires now activates as he gets in behind Briere. As a couple of players get together. Bryce Parker now. Nice job at the blue line, holding the line is Squires. And it'll end up on the stick of Killian Baker.
That's added value right there for Saranac as Coach Knowles, that's way offsides.
Way off.
After.
Way offsides. What was he thinking?
I don't
His
really
player
know.
is coming at him.
But no, it's added value for Saranac to have Gabe Moore as a forward, as he's played defense for the Dynamo to start the season. So
yep.
in his younger years did play defense as well in hockey. So it's nice to have a forward who automatically will activate backwards if one of your defenseman activates forwards.
Absolutely. This was touched. It'll negate the icing. Giroux is back. He gets it to Vaughn. Vaughn's going to stretch one ahead to O'Connell. O'Connell now forgets to bring the puck with him. It gets tied up, but Zane Vaughn was there to help. He looks to get it deep. Now Owen Rabideau will. It goes in on the goaltender, Jack Bell. Rabideau goes on the forecheck. Trombley's there to help. He cancels his man. As this one comes back out, an express lane pass up the side as a long shot on Van Valkenburg, and he holds on. 4:45 to play in the first period. Kind of in a slow first period. A lot of whistles, even when they don't blow the whistle.
Yes. I don't. It's been an odd start to the first period, honestly. Bigger ice sheet than than AC North, but, both sides getting their respective chances on the goaltenders. I don't think that Valkenburg's really been challenged this game so far, other than the one goal that was probably could have been kept off the board if the defense cleans the garbage up in front.
Absolutely. This puck is rimmed around. You can't stop skating because Sweenor's on the ice, and he'll make you pay. As here is a give up to Barton. Barton now loses it in the corner, and we got a delayed penalty here against the Eagles.
Jason Tarian got it. Slash, and it's an easy call.
The call. And slashing is the call. Headed to the box is number 7.
It's Braden Nephew.
Braden Nephew, thank you.
There are a few players that do have the same number with these Beekmantown jerseys that they have on tonight. It was nice enough for them to give Edward Sweenor 6 because 56 and 6, I guess you could kind of, correlate that together. Here's a face-off win for the Spartans. Here's a pass right out in front for Soup. Nice defensive play for the Eagles from Edward Sweenor to negate that chance.
This puck ends up in the timing area.
Yeah, I got to watch out down there.
So Nephew goes off for slashing. This is a McLean Power Equipment power play for the for the Saranac Spartans. Sweenor's on the draw with McCumber. Guys on the inside of the circle way in. They give him a look back. Sweenor tries to walk through and does, and he'll throw that one down the river. Out to help is Van Valkenburg. Coming back to retrieve is Squires. Squires is going to leave it for Soup. Soup now round 1, which is Sweenor. And putting that back in the zone is Mason Carter. Carter's logged a lot of minutes, and he's touched the puck quite a few times here in the first period. As Squires tried to get it in. Nice job on the back end for Beekmantown, Jackson Deo. As Saranac had to regroup as they continued to get together. As Sweenor loses his stick. As a couple of players had gotten together. A minute left in the man advantage. Here is Campbell. Campbell's now going to get it below the goal line as they start to set up. Campbell, he'll chip out to McCumber. McCumber drops it back for Moore. Moore walks top of the right circle with a shot.
Oh,
and it's a nice glove save by Jack Bell.
That's a really good save. I thought he was cheated a bit left there was Jack Bell. I think I don't think Gabe got it where he wanted to, but I think if he aims far side on the blocker side, I think Gabe Moore scores there. But nonetheless, good job by Jack Bell flashing the leather.
Absolutely. Face off to the left of Bell. It was Sweenor and Barnsey on the draw. Barnsey wins it. Gets it back to Barnsey out at the point to Squires. Down left dot. Back to Squires at top of the slot. Here is Barnsey. Barnsey over to McCumber. McCumber holds now. He gets it over to Moore. Skips his stick right onto the stick of Squires. Squires with a wrist shot off the glass. Nice job getting stick on puck. There was McCumber. It would have been an easy out for Sweenor as Sweenor goes down. And Soup comes out with it. Soup now cross pass to Moore. Moore with a shot. Just misses the far post. Back to get it is Squires. Squires holds. Here's a wrist shot. That is blocked in front, and he gets down. And there's no penalty on the play as he was tripped. Sweenor scores in the other end. I guarantee Coach Knowles is going to want to talk about this. Guaranteed. Great move on the far end by Sweenor, no doubt about it. As his player gets taken down. And Brassard won't even go near he's hiding in the referee circle. Doesn't even have enough to go over and see him. Terrible no call. It's been that way all year for Brassard.
It has been.
He's put the whistle away. Maybe it's time for him to go with the veteran.
Yes.
Right off into the sunset.
Mike Legree.
But he doesn't have the time Legree had, that's for sure.
No, that is for sure.
Even strength goal by Sweenor.
Penalty expiring just as Sweenor had escaped down the ice.
So Sweenor picks up 21. It was a great move down to the far end, but it should have never got to that point. As player taken down, definitely trip call. Didn't go Saranac's way, but we'll keep playing. 2-1 in favor of Beekmantown, just under 2 to play. In the first period, Braden Nephew kicks it out. He's going to get out to Mason Carter. Carter takes it in left side. There's another shot towards the front that's blocked by Terry. Soup now coming to help out.
A lot of active sticks there. I thought Soup might have got high stick. This head coach Robbie Knowles thought so as well.
Here is Batty. Batty with a shot. There's a deflection with a put back. Puck is still loose. Goaltender Bell thought he had it. This one's going to go all the way down the river, and they will call icing.
That's what I don't like about high school hockey is that you can just ice the puck like that. You know, Saranac had a good opportunity in the Beekmantown end, and credit to the Beekmantown defenders. They're getting the puck and cleaning up the garbage behind the net. But I don't know how you're preparing players for the next level if you're just able to chip the puck down the ice and get away with it and still be able to change afterwards.
Here is a win in the defensive zone. Price Parker. As a shot by Beekmantown comes back out to the line. They'll throw it all the way down. Here's that bad bounce again. Off the stanchion. We've seen a lot. I saw him the other night in the when we were here for the Beekmantown
the girls game?
BFA game. No, the boys game the other night.
Oh, okay.
As there's a minute to play in the period. Saranac stuck in their own end. There's a shot that goes wide of the cage. First one to it will be Sweenor, though, as Saranac is stuck on the ice here. Far side, back to the point to Briere. Briere now with a little wrister. That's blocked in front by Killian Baker. Sweenor now throws one towards the front. This should. Nice job by Briere to get over. He'll keep it in the zone. Squires now had trouble getting it out. McCumber's going to come help. And he gets it back over to Squires. Still 25 seconds to go. Pitchfork to center. Hoping Moore would skate in on it. Doesn't get there. As McCumber will help out in his own zone. Moore comes back to help out as well. Moore now behind his own cage. Carter's on the forecheck for Beekmantown. As they try to come the other way. As a couple of players, half the Beekmantown coaching staff had their arm up in the air. Oh. And it was in front of Broussard. I know if Broussard had called that one, it would have been unruly, but I can tell you right now.
Pretty sure Coach Frechette would have jumped right off the bench, and his toque would have flew right in the air as a flame would have appeared on top of his head.
Yes. And
rightfully so. If you're not going to call something that ends up in a goal your way, and, you know.
Coach Knowles very calmly talking to Evan Broussard. Rightfully so. I mean, they've let play go throughout the last 3-4 weeks of this for both sides. Not favoring Saranac here or Beekmantown or any other team. We've seen it on both sides, and we've talked about it. Somebody's going to get hurt at some point by not blowing a whistle.
Yeah.
Well, with that being said, we're heading into the first period intermission. We're going to take a break, and when we'll come back, we'll give a quick rundown on the first period. Actually, why don't we go ahead and we'll play Coach's Corner after our break.
How long's our break?
1 minute.
I need this. This. And this end into the box. Right? Dude, we're a fucking well-oiled machine over here. All right, Bob, now I got it. I think you're just trying to keep me off the air, man. I get it.
Well, Coach, it's been an up and down season thus far, and we've made it down to the final game of the regular season against an opponent that you've built quite the rivalry with over the years, and I'm expecting nothing but the same tonight.
Yeah, obviously anytime that Beekmantown plays Saranac, they want to kick our butt, and anytime we play Beekmantown, we want to kick their butt. Obviously they had the upper hand a little bit earlier in the year. They've been playing really well lately. I think it's been 8 games straight since they've been defeated. So, obviously they're firing on all cylinders and they're playing really well right now. The last time we played against them, even through 2 periods, and I thought we played a pretty good game, and then ran out of gas in the 3rd period, and they took it to us there. So, hoping much of the same in terms of the last result against them, where the game was pretty even until it wasn't.
Yeah.
But obviously playing at their home rink, it gives them a little bit more of an advantage with the warmer environment that they play in, and the more active boards that they have here. So, obviously we'll need to be ready and need to play a good road style tonight. But anytime you're playing them, it's fun, and it's a good opportunity for us against a good team again.
Absolutely. Let's take a look back at the SLP game on Thursday night, a game that I mentioned on the radio that we might want to put behind us real quick, seeing as, the playoffs are right around the corner. And for that game, you guys, you kind of trade goals, and then they get up 3, and you try to climb back in it. It just doesn't work. Tell us a little bit about leading up to through the first couple of periods of that game.
Yeah, I thought we played pretty well in the first period. They score a real soft one from the half wall in their first goal, and we end up down 1-0 coming out of the first period. So that was a little bit deflating, obviously. And then in the second period, we start off the period with a power play and get a couple of decent looks, but not able to cash in. And then they go the other way and score a goal shorthanded. And obviously that's a gut punch too. Having our special teams unit give up a shorthanded goal. So that was a little bit difficult, and then obviously they extended to 3-0 shortly after. Thought we did a okay job of kind of righting the ship there. And then I thought it was a really big momentum turn at the end of the second period when Squire was able to go up under the bar to make it 3-1, a good rush up the ice. And Gabe fires a bullet out to the blue line, and Robbie catches it and gets rid of it quickly and scores. So I thought getting that momentum might give us a little bit of a jolt coming out in the third. That was a big thing we talked about. We came out at the start of the third all right, changed things up personnel-wise a little bit, tried to load up a line, and they ended up scoring to get that 3-goal lead back. Then we scored again to make it 5-2. We scored to make it 4-2, and then they got the 3-goal lead back to make it 5-2. We made the goaltending change to kind of use a free timeout. That's one of the nice things in high school hockey in the state of New York, at least. When you change goaltenders, you get 2 minutes to warm up your goalie. So it's a free timeout that you don't have to use. So we had another timeout in the holster. Knowing that there was about 6 or so minutes left, I was looking to target around the 5-minute mark to get our goalie out. I know some people don't like that, and some people will complain about that. And I know some people did, but in modern hockey, it's kind of dinosaur not to think about that. But at the same time too, that was a game we needed to win or tie.
Sure.
I don't care if we lose 7-2 or if we lose 5-2. We're getting aggressive and we're doing our best to try to get ourselves back to a 2-goal game. That's one of those situations where if we pull and we go 6-on-5 and we score quickly, maybe we put the goalie back in for another minute and then go back to it a couple of shifts later. We still would have had a timeout, but unfortunately it didn't work out for us. We spent some time in the offensive zone, and then I think we took a shot, missed wide that rimmed out. They were able to step onto the puck at center ice and fill it in the back of the net. And obviously at that point, down 4, your fate at that point. So a little bit different. Then we took a really undisciplined penalty after that, and they score a power play goal. So all in all, obviously a frustrating result, but the nice thing is, I guess if you're looking for a silver lining, the nice thing is in our league, everybody makes the playoffs. You have to play an extra game now with the play-in game against NCCS. So disappointed with the overall result the other night. I think we're better than that. We're more than capable of beating that team as we showed at home, but it didn't work out for us. And obviously, that puts us in a spot where we're in a play-in game, and tonight doesn't mean anything in the standings, but anytime you're playing Beekmantown, obviously it means something.
Absolutely, it always means something when these two teams show up against one another, and it's always fun to watch. We've seen a lot of different outcomes over the years with this team, and bringing back towards tonight's game. Anything we expect any changes tonight?
Lineup wise, just a couple of changes. I thought Barton played pretty quick the other night, so gonna move Barton up to play with Campbell and Batty. Easton was playing pretty well in that spot, but speed wise, I think Barton's just a little bit quicker, and he's back feeling healthy. So we're gonna see if we can utilize his speed a little bit in that spot. So just that one juggle in terms of the offense. Systematically, I think you'll see a lot of the same, a little bit different in the defensive zone in terms of breaking out and trying to put more pressure on their D. But otherwise, when you get to this point in the year, there's not a whole lot you can, you don't want to totally bail on what you've been doing and what you've been building on to throw something totally new at them. So nothing totally different, just a couple of juggles. And as the game goes on, if the game's not going our way, then you might see more juggling. Just again to try to get a couple different people comfortable with each other. Systems wise, we're not going to change a whole lot going forward because we've been practicing and working on that. I don't mind juggling line combinations because I'm a firm believer in you need to be able to play with anybody that's out there with our forward group. But
sometimes there's that combination out there that you just didn't think of too as a coach, and all of a sudden, hey, you know what? Let's try this for the heck of it.
Yeah,
and you get some success.
Yeah, we've moved a lot of pieces around, so I don't know how many more combinations this year that there are. But you're absolutely right. Sometimes something just clicks, and then going into the playoffs, what's working, you want to ride that hot hand. So we'll see in that regard.
You mentioned that it's a big contest because it's Beekmantown. Not a lot of not anything that will take care of in the standings, but how important it is to have a good showing tonight with an NCCS team. We talked about it on the coach's corner last week. They play teams tough, and we get out of Dodge with a 2-1 victory last week, and we turn around and face them again on Tuesday night.
I think it's huge for us to show up tonight and not go through the motions. When you look at competitive sports at all levels, if a team going into the playoffs just lays down, and sometimes
desk jobs aren't for everyone. Some of us want work that moves,
that's going to be
work
a big part of
you can see, work that matters.
We can't just go through the motions.
If there's a problem, fix it. If there's a need, we fill it. Others might call it dirty. We don't mind. It's important work that keeps society moving. At Casella, hard work isn't just a means to an end. It's something you can build a life on, a future, a family, a legacy. There are no hoops to jump through or emails to send, but it's work you can leave behind at the end of the day. And it's work that's here to stay. Casella, good pay, good people, good life. That's the power of hard work.
How important was it for you guys to get together again today?
I think it's big. We've tried to do it as much as we can over the course of the year. Obviously it's tough with school and our practices being late, and some kids live 45 minutes away from the rink, and that's always tough to do. We always try to target Campbell won the individual competition this year. The coaches won again the team competition. So that part's always fun for us. But
sure,
you're right. We always try to create a welcoming and enjoyable environment for our guys, and I think they appreciate that. We have a really good group of kids that I really like, and I think they do a really good job of showing that appreciation too. Obviously, a big part of what we're trying to do is not just build a good hockey team, but also build really good individuals, which we've talked about before. Build good relationships with those players.
Says a lot about character.
Yeah, I think that's huge. I mean, we want kids, when they're wearing our stuff to respect our program and respect themselves and respect their families, and those are all lessons that we're trying to teach. So, but overall, that was a lot of fun. Obviously. Been friends with the Munson family for a long time, and the renovations that they've made at their place are really nice. And the whole bowling experience with the new monitors and the new screens and the new pins and the new lounge area for catering. And Eli Ryan's done an awesome job with the catering there. So. Overall, it was a lot of fun. The food was excellent, and we'll be back again next year.
Well, that sounds good. Well, Coach, as always, I appreciate you taking the time for Coach's Corner. Good luck in the hockey game.
Sounds good. Thanks, Bullet.
That's been another edition of Coach's Corner with Spartan head coach Robbie Knowles.
So we're back here at the Ronald B. Stafford Ice Arena. First period intermission just about to close up as the Zebras have came back out onto the ice and the Spartans now skating onto the ice. Get this all unhooked here.
How are we doing?
Oh, not too bad.
We back live?
We are live.
From the Plattsburgh State Fieldhouse, Ronald B. Stafford Ice Arena. You are listening to the Spartan Hockey Network and seeing us live on the YouTube channel, Potassium Sports Network. Maiden Voyage. We had a little bit of a test run the other night. We came over and kind of went in and out on the YouTube channel as we continued to add parts and pieces to what we were doing to fine-tune everything, and kind of a test run, and tonight's our pilot game here on the Potassium Sports Network YouTube channel. Thanks for joining us, everybody, whether you're on the MixLR app or on the YouTube channel. We love having you. As we get set to drop the period on the puck.
Drop the period on the puck. That
Bob,
would really hurt.
I think it's true you shorted my mic and headset so you couldn't hear me in the first period intermission, right?
I was going to cut it, but I think I said that won't be very professional.
Now you're going to hear me. I might just take over the play-by-play.
There you go. You'll have to fight with Josh. He does the second period.
It's great to be with you guys. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate the help, Bob, obviously, you and Josh, and letting us tap into your play-by-play while our boy Brian Watts covers the Plattsburgh State game out in Canton.
Yes.
But now, like Bob said, we're excited, really excited to be live on broadcast, and we're working out kinks. I don't know that I'm winning an Emmy for a cameraman yet, but I'll keep working on it, Josh. What do you think, man?
Yeah, it's not too bad.
I told him today, I was like, oh my God. I'm like, I can't do this. I get watching the basketball game, or I get familiar with the names, and how in a basketball game all of a sudden they'll make a sub.
Yes.
They play bits and pieces. They're not the 5 or 6 you see all the time. And the minute I look down at the sheet, the play's over here and the camera's looking this way.
Yes. Yep. You're like, oh crap!
Yes,
got to bring it back over.
All right, boys. Josh, your second period.
Yes.
Take it away. I'll try to keep quiet over here.
You're good.
No problem.
You're good. Second period action just about to get underway here at the Ronald B. Stafford Ice Arena. Coach Knowles running out the first line, as well as Coach Frechette running out his first line as well. Jason Terrian waiting at center ice to drop the puck. Sweenor in on the draw with Barnsey. Both nods from both goaltenders. It's time for some second period action. Face-off is won back by the Eagles as Nephew works it up for Sweenor. Sweenor around one. Stick handles. Backhand try right towards the goaltender Tegan Van Valkenburg, and he steers that one to the corner. Robbie Squires trying to get the puck out of the zone. Gets it to Gabe Moore, but he can't get it out as a long wrist shot from Sweenor.
Just the IQ of Sweenor. I mean, he moves across the ice. He knows where that puck's going to be, and he picks that one off. He was just in the Zamboni corner a few seconds ago.
Wow.
Next thing you know, he's right underneath us.
Did he get an apple on the first goal? Do you know?
Yes.
He did. So he's 1 point away from 150 tonight.
Oh, that's
Wow.
right. You did tell me that.
Yeah.
An incredible player, only a junior. Face-off is won back by the Eagles. It's Nephew. Tries to throw in towards the net. Nice job by Barnesy to get in the way of that one. Sweenor tries to keep it in can, but Brody McCumber will take it away as Robbie Squires will pitch work one all the way down. This one will be icing. As that icing rule, that irks me.
That does. You just don't let that go, do you?
I hate that. I hate that big time.
2-1. We're just 36 seconds into the second period here at the Plattsburgh State Fieldhouse. The Spartans will play the Cougars in a play-in game on Tuesday night over at AC North. Game time set for 7 p.m., I believe. We'll have live action.
Here's Sweenor. He'll get it up to the blue line. Here is a long shot. It is knocked down by Noah Barton. Barton will outlet to Soup. Soup tries to get around Nephew and can, but can't quite catch up to the puck. McCumber in at the blue line. Can't hold it, so he'll retreat to the neutral zone with Robbie Squires. Here's a long stretch pass. Weird bounce off the half wall for Barton as he will backhand one into the Eagles zone. Nephew first one back to it. Tries to rim one around for Price. Parker will find him, but can't quite clear the zone as Sweenor will pick up on it now. He'll pitchfork one to the neutral zone area as Noah Barton will pick up on it behind goaltender Van Valkenburg. Here's a outlet pass for McCumber. Just skips his stick, so the Eagles will take over in the Spartan zone. Good forecheck from Mason Carter as Soup will pick up on it now. Long stretch pass for Batty. He'll find him. Batty's in the zone. Batty slider, a shot right over the cage. Barton picks up on the rebound. On the half wall, he'll feed for Soup. Soup tries to hold the line and can't. Eagles might have numbers going the other way. It's a one-on-one chance. Here's a shot right in on goal. And Van Valkenburg will cover. And we will get a whistle.
Nice job by Van Valkenburg, squaring up to that shot. Seeing the puck all the way in. And Saranac will use this opportunity to change it up.
Kobe Whedon, a couple of good chances so far here early in the second period. 15:09 left to play. Face off one back by the Eagles as Breer will hold the line.
Nice job by Breer.
Breer gets it to Carter. Carter with a shot towards the goal. That hits a skate out in front, goes over the net. Whedon has knocked off the puck from Deacon Giroux. Nice work from Selly Luckin to disrupt the play as the Spartans will look to break out now. Here's Baker through the neutral zone. Baker around one. He's stick checked as Luckin will pick up on it now. Here's Luckin with a long shot on goal. Van Valkenburg will swallow it up and control the rebound. We'll get a whistle.
Yes. Things are heating up a bit here at the Stafford Ice Arena. Keeping an eye on a couple of players here that have kind of been agitating one another. And a lot of these kids play together and travel.
Yes.
Don't let's not forget that, folks. I mean, tonight's a big rivalry game for Beekmantown and Saranac, but you'll be surprised at how many of these kids are talking when this was over.
Yes, absolutely. Draw is tied up in skates, but eventually taken away by Beekmantown as Parker will push it in deeper into the Saranac zone. Here's McCumber. He'll hit Moore. Moore skates through the neutral zone and into the Beekmantown end. Sweenor back first to it. He'll rim one around for Price Parker. Parker body on the players. A quick turnaround shot from McCumber. That goes just over the net. Squires the blue line. He dances. He'll try and hit low for Barnesy. Couldn't find him. McCumber will activate. Here's Sweenor now. Left side, left circle. Now he'll throw one towards the goal looking for a rebound.
Oh, right back to Sweenor on the far side.
He's like Wayne Gretzky.
Yeah.
Right place, right time.
He's out of gas. He's going to head off.
Yep. As Beekmantown will go off for a change. Squires will bring it into the Beekmantown end. Right in on goaltender Jack Bell. He will cover up.
In the past, Saranac's looked to some of the better goaltenders. They'd look to get them moving side to side, post to post, but somebody like Jack Bell, who tends to give up a little bit sometimes out in front of him. This is a goaltender that you're able to get down and score in the dirty areas.
Absolutely.
You just got to generate some more chances, just like Beekmantown's trying to do. Same thing with Teagan.
And Jack Bell has an exceptional glove on him. He makes a lot of glove saves, and I don't know if teams are watching film for the wrong goaltender or what, because every time they tend to play Jack Bell, they tend to just shoot at his glove. Play is on in the neutral zone with Elliott Batty. He will get one into the Beekmantown end. Not before he is taken off the puck, though. As a nice back check from the Beekmantown defense. Deacon Giroux will throw it in. Jack Bell will have to come out and play it. He'll leave it for Jackson Deo. As Deo will get it up for Carter. Carter had lost the puck, so Elliot Batty will push one deeper into the Beekmantown end. Puck comes out to Mason Carter, and he will pitchfork this one all the way down the length of the river. Icing will be the call, and we'll get a whistle.
12:54 to play in period number 2. 2-1 in favor of the Beekmantown Eagles. Saranac will get a chance at an offensive zone faceoff.
Face-off will be to the left of goaltender Jack Bell in the right circle. Sweenor comes out with it as the puck was played down by Gabe Moore by a hand, so Beekmantown will have to touch up first. Puck comes out through the neutral zone into the Saranac end, and Robbie Squires will throw it into the the Beekmantown end as he was taken down on the play. No call. I think that was right in front of Ian Bassard, so no shock there.
I saw Coach Hamill all he does just dropped his head to the side like, oh.
Yeah, you're not going to get one with him standing right there.
Back to playing hockey.
Yep. Puck comes out to the neutral zone as the Spartans will have to touch up. That was definitely offsides.
100%.
So not only is he taking the whistle off of blowing penalties down, but he's also taking the whistle off of blowing offsides down. He's a 2-on-1 going the other way. Parker tries to get one across. That's a nice play for Brody McCumber to break up it. Here is Sweenor, right circle. Here's a pass across to Price. Parker just couldn't bury that one home. As the Spartans try to clear and can't. It's Nephew at the Della Auto Group sign. As the pass gets blocked in front. Here they got numbers going the other way. Here's Moore, right side, right circle now. Moore with a wrist shot. Nice save from Jack Bell.
Moore's headed to the bench.
Saranac working through a change as Beekmantown will be as well. Here's Nephew into the Saranac end as he tries a backhand towards the net. Can't quite find the net. Here's Carter in the half wall. Still on it now is Carter as he throws one towards the net. Blocker save by Van Valkenburg. Beekmantown will hold the line there as Sully Luckin tries to keep it in. That was actually Nephew. I thought that came way out, but apparently it didn't.
Well, I plead the fifth.
Here is a pass to Trombley as he will hit it off of his stick and down the length of the river of the ice. So we will get an icing call on the Spartans. It'll come all the way back down into the Saranac end.
A little bit of back and forth here.
As like Beekmantown, like Saranac, Beekmantown plays with 2 lines.
Faceoff was won back by the Spartans. They'll get it in the neutral zone, start the breakout. Here's Soup. Soup around 1, Soup around 2. Soup gets taken down. No call. Puck comes out to the slider. Is a slap shot. Puck is still loose in the crease area there as Jack Bell is way out of his crease. The Beekmantown defense will pick up on it, try to clear it, and they can't. Here's Vaughn. Vaughn at the blue line. He'll wait. He'll shoot. As that one might have hit a stick or a skate and goes up and out of play.
Absolutely. Up top on the top glass. Good pressure there by Saranac. Little pushback here as we approach 10 minutes to go in the period.
Not surprising, guys. Really good crowd tonight.
Absolutely.
For this game, and we knew there would be, and it's great to see.
Absolutely. Absolutely. These 2 teams play. It's definitely something that gets marked on the calendar, especially at playoff time.
Here's a quick shot from Soup towards the left circle that was easily patted down from Jack Bell. Puck comes out to the blue line, but now does get out as Batty might get called for a hook here, as they are really putting the whistles away, as that was a blatant call that could have went against Saranac there.
All day long.
Turnaround shot will go down the length of the river. I think Edward is a little bit, he might be with me on the whole icing situation there.
You think so?
Because
he's down there a lot.
Yes, but he does one of these every time. I don't blame him. I know Edward played for the NCDC Dynamo team in Clifton Park, and they obviously play with the whistle or the icing rules of, well, every hockey organization in the books.
Everybody else?
Yes.
Yeah.
Here's Nephew.
Whoa, look out.
Expo souvenir.
That one had some.
That's a mustard on it. Did someone get smoked there?
I don't know, but they're
asking. They're crouching now.
Yep.
If you're at the Saranac Beekmantown game, you're tough. There's no question about that, right?
Yeah. Yeah, she's going out.
She all right? Yeah.
I hope
Hate
so.
to see that.
Hopefully everything's okay across the way.
Hopefully she kept the puck. As the
Yes.
face-off is won by the Spartans as one trickles right into
That was
the
a funny
goaltender.
Did she use that for chuck a puck?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We don't mean to jest. We hope she's
No,
okay.
absolutely.
She's walking, which
Yes,
is good, so hopefully
yes.
she's good.
Yep.
Face-off is tied up in skates. Puck trickles towards the goaltender. Nice work by Beekmantown to clear. Here's a long shot from Moore. That was probably going clearer than that, but nonetheless, it
Look at the size of that glove.
yeah.
Huge.
Nonetheless, it draws a reaction from the crowd. Nice save.
Definitely an outfielder's glove, Bobby.
Isn't that is huge?
It's like that picture of Carey Price going to shake hands with Andrei Vasilevsky in the 2021 Stanley Cup, and Vasilevsky's like twice his size from the pads he's got under his sweater there. Play is on in Saranac end. Carter cannot control the puck, so Gabe Moore will pick on it. He'll look to go 200 feet. Moore around a couple. Moore shoots off a stick of Nephew. Nice work by Nephew to get there in time. Here comes Beekmantown the other way on the breakout. Even Roy will send that one all the way into the Saranac end. Puck tied up and eventually comes to a Saranac stick. There's a breakout pass for Brody McCumber. Brody with a long shot on goal, and Jack Bell will make the save.
Calm, cool, and collective on that end. He's
Absolutely.
getting a little bit more pressure here in the middle stages of period number 2.
You want to put shots on a goaltender to make sure he's still out there, but you don't want him to get into a groove.
Well, by the way, there was only 13 shots in the first period. Talked to Ryan, 7-6 in favor of the Spartans. Close one.
As here's one that can't get held in. Nice job from Elliot Batty to get his stick back and cancel the 2-on-1 going the other way. Here's a turnover in the Beekmantown end. Elliot Batty, Noah Barton couldn't get enough stick on puck there to keep it in. Here's Giroux through the neutral zone. Can't quite keep a handle on it. He'll leave it for Batty. Batty on the neutral zone. He'll leave it for Barton as offsides is the call.
Soup must have been just in, because that was close.
Yep. Oh, his whistle does work. If anyone's wondering, it does work.
Oh. Sorry, Ian. You just happen to be the choice of
You pick on him, but
today.
you pick on him, but still, it's great that they're both here. That's the important part.
Yes, it's
Well,
that way across the
thankless
board.
job, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We talked about it earlier in the earlier broadcast today. Really having trouble across both boys and girls sports in this area.
Yes.
Winter and fall, winter, and spring.
Here's Terry with a long shot on goal, looking for a tip in front. Got one, but just went over the goal. As Carter tries to clear and can't. As Soup probably on his last leg
Yes.
out there. As he tries to go through the skates. Nice work again from Batty on a back check.
Oh, boy.
Here's Sweenor, left
Nice
side, nice
poke
stick
check.
again from Noah Terry. Terry, long pass for Batty. Hits his stick, goes all the way down the length of the river. Icing will be negated. Saranac will have to change quickly as Beekmantown in the previous years, not so much lately, but in the previous years have been known to stretch a few passes to get a few odd man rushes going the other way.
Yeah, they a couple of teams in our area like to try to sneak somebody out behind the D. Oh, boy.
There's a few sellouts there from
Yeah.
both Saranac forwards. Here's a long shot.
Nice job by Gabe Moore. Slaps that one along the glass. That was opportunity knocking hard for the Beekmantown Eagles.
There's Carter. That was way offsides. I don't really know what Jason Terrian was looking at there. Hey, if one's getting it, the other's got to get it, right?
Oh, jeez.
Here's Mason Carter in the Zamboni corner. He gets it taken from him, so Brody McCumber will go D-to-D with Robbie Squires. Squires tries to go up for more, but he passed it to the wrong
colored shirt.
Yes, to the wrong colored shirt there.
Oh, get it out.
Taken out of the zone is Squires as he'll leave it for Barnesy. Barnesy goes around one.
Barnesy turned around. He was looking for Squires to come flying by him, and he just kind of glanced that way, and all of a sudden the puck was there.
Yep. Here's Brody in his own zone. He tries to backhand one out and can't. He leaves it for Sweenor. Sweenor around one, leaves, shoots. Good save by Van Valkenburg.
Absolutely.
McCumber will pick up on it. He is also on his last leg. He needs to get off as well. Gabe Moore will backhand one into the neutral zone.
Long change here in the second period for both squads.
Long stretch pass for Price Parker. Finds his stick, but quickly gives it up. Bit of a ping pong match going on so far. Last couple minutes of this second period, as it still stays true. A long shot trickles in on goal as Van Valkenburg will leave it for McCumber. I think he probably could have kept it there just to get a change in, but nonetheless, here comes Soup down the other way. Soup ball on the goal line. Soup looking over his options now. He'll go long over for McCumber. McCumber shoots. Good save from Bell on the low,
that was a good save.
Low glove side. McCumber tries to toe drag around one. Can't quite find it as Batty was taken down on the play. He tried to keep the zone and couldn't.
Ooh,
McCumber will backhand one into the penalty box,
box,
which has been very quiet today.
Well, when you don't blow the whistle.
Yes. Well, you know.
Yeah.
That's like
they are playing well.
Yes. There isn't really much chippiness going back and forth, so I'm sure that will pick up at some point.
Yes.
Draws one back by the Spartans. Deacon Giroux will get it to the neutral zone. Sweenor tries to dump it into the Saranac end. He'll bring it in, actually. Here is Sweenor with a shot right on goal. Good save from Van Valkenburg as the Saranac Spartans will control the rebound. Long stretch pass for Batty. Finds him.
He's got help.
Here's Batty. Throws one for Barton.
Nice
Barton
chance.
with a nice shot on goal. Here's a wraparound try for Batty. Couldn't quite get it towards the net. Sweenor there to clear up the garbage. As here's a pass to Barton right into the to the slot area. Couldn't get enough stick on puck or face the net was Barton there. Puck is tied along and a little soft shot right in on goal as Van Valkenburg says
Ivan
that's
Roy
enough.
was looking to feed Carter on the back door, and it didn't quite get there. Van Valkenburg came out to cut the angle, and he'll put the glove on it. As we get a stoppage, 4:47 to play in the second period, and we are 2-1 in favor of the Beekmantown Eagles.
Draw one back by the Spartans. It's McCumber as he'll try and spring Baker and Moore. Baker will backhand one into the Beekmantown end. Here is a turnover right in the neutral zone. Nice work by the Eagles to get back, though. Here's Baker. He'll throw it into the Beekmantown end. Elias Juno will throw one all the way down the length of the river. Icing should be the call, and
Did it hit Jason? Did it hit the referee, or did he get out of the way just in time?
I don't know.
It went between him and the glass. Yep.
Jake Frechette, or excuse me, not. Yeah, I shouldn't say that. Not Jake Frechette. That's a baseball player for
Justin.
Peru. Justin Frechette, head coach Justin Frechette, not happy with the call.
And it was a high stick by his motion. I'm guessing somebody got up underneath it.
Could have been.
Or no, they're gonna.
I was gonna say you
It
can't
stays.
just move it because the coach
I think
said
he was
it should be moved.
maybe he was motioning that the stick got lifted.
I think so. Yes.
Because if the stick gets lifted, it should negate the icing.
Yes. Absolutely. Here's a turnaround shot from Baker. Nice save for Bell. Eagles try to rim one out. Can't. Nice work from Robbie Squires to hold it. Comes out for Robbie. Robbie goes left side for McCumber. McCumber left circle shot. That didn't miss the net by much. As puck comes all the way back out to the blue line. Here's Squires. Squires throws one towards the net. Goes over the cage. Saranac Spartans really just need to hit the net here. Squires will keep it in. As the Eagles will try and rim one out. McCumber activates. As the Eagles will chip this one out into the neutral zone. Turnaround pass all the way for Killian Baker. Misses him, and icing will be the call.
Yeah, it was, I think, given the circumstances, it's a pretty good play by Brody McCumber to get that puck down the ice. He had traffic coming in his back pocket, and that group was at the end of his shift. So hats off to Brody with a heads-up play to get that one down the river.
Face off to the left of Van Valkenburg is won back by the Eagles. As Jackson Deo will try to go D-to-D with Braden Nephew. Here is a quick shot. It was pitchforked all the way up into the air. Must have hit his stick on the way through. Here's Nephew on the Del Auto Group logo. He'll drop one for Avon Roy. Roy will get it down for Sweenor. He is taken off the puck. Here's Carter behind the net. Carter walks, being pressured now from Deacon Giroux. Here's Carter up for Sweenor in the slider. Here's a shot right on goal. I think Van Valkenburg might have got a piece of that one, as there's no intent to play the puck there. I'm not sure. Like we said, they're putting the whistles away.
They are putting the whistle away.
Here's a pass right out in front for Sweenor. Doesn't find his sticks. The Spartans will clear the zone.
Nice job. Good hustle by O'Connell.
Here's O'Connell into the Beekmantown end. He'll leave it for Trombley. Trombley will backhand one deeper. Try and finish the change there for the Spartans as Rabideau will go off. Third line finishing their change as Sweenor will get it. Left circle now is Sweenor. He'll throw one on goal, and it goes in.
Deflected in on, he didn't have the stick flat. Put it in his own net.
That's 150, boys, for Edward Sweenor. 150 career points.
Congratulations to forward Edward Sweenor on point number 150 of his high school career as he gets the goal.
Time of the goal is 14:33.
Sure, that's one that Tegan Van Valkenburg is going to want back.
He didn't have the stick square. And Sweenor now picks up goal number 22 on the year. It's 3-1.
Draw is won back by the Spartans. They'll push it into the Beekmantown end. Here's a chip pass up in front. Can't quite clear the zone, and now it does. 2-on-1 going the other way. It's Sweenor. Left circle, Sweenor shoots, and Van Valkenburg gets a piece of that one and goes up and out of play.
Well, great accomplishment, right, for Edward Sweenor. I mean, anyone that's watched high school hockey the last couple of years, you got to be impressed with that kid. He's certainly the heart and soul of the Beekmantown team.
Absolutely. And from what I hear, this may or may not be Edward's last year as an Eagle, as a lot of players from this area, when they get to high milestone accomplishments or they just produce night in and night out, they get noticed by other people. From what I hear, there might be a chance that he gets a chance to play at a prep school. As a turnaround shot from Parker goes right into
his
the
brother,
mix.
right?
Yes.
His brother did the same thing his junior year.
Yes.
Yep.
I don't think that's going to put a smile on Coach Machette's face.
No,
not at all.
Well, he's still playing in the Eagle jersey now, so
he is.
That's what's most important. I'm sure.
Some runway
Coach
left,
Machette.
right?
Yes.
Yeah. Draw is won back by the Eagles as a long shot that hits a body out in front.
Man, that hit McCumber on the backside.
There's a turnaround shot that finds its way in.
Same exact shot, same exact place. And unfortunately,
Jacoby Whedon gets the goal.
15-17 is the time of the goal. Yes. It was Whedon?
It was Whedon.
Number
He's
8.
first through the line. He was also first to crash into the board, so I'm guessing it was Jacoby.
We'll listen to the call as they have now made it a 3-goal lead for Beekmantown. As Coach Frechette will change it up, put the line back out with Sweenor, and they'll backhand 142. As they'll throw those soon all back in the zone. Squires first to get it behind his own cage. He's canceled on the play, gets out of it. We'll listen to the call.
So Jacoby does get the goal. Primary assist for Price Parker and Braden Nephew as play is on into the Beekmantown end.
Nephew picks up his second assist of the hockey game.
Barnsey around a couple. Barnsey backhands one towards the net. Nice save for Bell. As this one doesn't quite get out. Robbie Squires trying to put one in. Here's a chance going the other way. Sweenor will widen his stance. Left side. Sweenor shoots off the outside of the post. As the Eagles try to keep the zone in, Here is Whedon. He'll get it low for Sweenor. Sweenor has it taken away from him as Van Valkenburg sprawls out.
Did he get taken out? Or just get tied up with
I
somebody?
think he got tied up. Here's a quick shot on goal from Briere that misses the net as it hit a couple skates out in front. There's a pitchfork out to the blue line. Can't quite get out. Here's a chance for Mason Carter.
Oh, good job.
Nice block there from Killian Baker.
Nice job by Baker. You're down 4-1 and late in the period, and he's blocking shots.
There's a long shot on goal from Briere. Carter gets taken down in the corner as McCumber will come out with it.
He was kind of stunned. He didn't go after that puck.
Yeah, here is.
And I didn't think he got hit very hard.
Here is McCumber. He will shovel one into the Beekmantown end. McCumber taking off the play. Here is Soup. Soup in the slot area. Soup shoots. Puck is loose in the slot or in the paint area as the Beekmantown Eagles will come away with it. Here is Price Parker as the whistle blows. And that is period number 2.
Oh. As the Beekmantown Eagles enjoy a 4-1 lead as they head into the second.
So the second period's over. We are going to take a quick break. We will be back on the Spartan Hockey Network and Potassium Sports Network on YouTube in 2 minutes.
Desk jobs aren't for everyone. Some of us want work that moves, work you can see, work that matters. If there's a problem, we fix it. If there's a need, we fill it. Others might call it dirty, but we don't mind. It's important work that keeps society moving. At Casella, hard work isn't just a means to an end. It's something you can build a life on, a future, a family, a legacy. There are no hoops to jump through or emails to send, but it's work you can leave behind at the end of the day. And it's work that's here to stay. Casella, good pay, good people, good life. That's the power of hard work.
Plattsburgh State Fieldhouse as the Eagles currently holding a 4-1 lead over the Saranac Spartans. We'll give a quick rundown on the second period of play.
You said that. I said that to you a minute ago, Josh. And I forgot to make a few marks here.
That's all right.
Nephew picks up his 8th and 9th.
Josh, who's this amateur you got working with you tonight?
I know, right?
Yeah.
Rob Knowles would be he'd be upset.
Yes, he would. He'd be eating me up here. Let's take a look. We didn't get a rundown on period number 1 as we went to Coach's Corner. A lot of good things were said in Coach's Corner today. I want to make sure we get that played for everybody. As Saranac gets on the board first, just 30 seconds into the hockey game. Robbie Squires picks one off, goes in left circle, and not a lot on it, but enough. It squeaks between the arm and the side, I believe, of Jack Bell. That was goal number 1 for Saranac.
Yeah, and, Jack, like I've said a lot this season, Jack is an exceptional goaltender in that he has an amazing glove on him. He I don't know what it is, but whenever the Spartans play him, they just try to shoot out his glove. I don't know if that's the game plan going in. It's certainly not a good one because Jack's glove has probably been one of his star points of his high school career so far. And so first shot of the game, sometimes it is what it is. He lets in a muffin, but he's been very good in the rest of this game through the first and second period of play. So kudos to Jack Bell. But the first goal squeaks in under his blocker between his blocker and his side. So it was a nice start for the Spartans, but it was short-lived.
Yeah, they played for 5 minutes before Ivan Roy picks up goal number 8 on the year. This was not the one I was thinking of yet. Ivan Roy gets his 8th of the season. Apples on the play go to Sweenor, his 17th, and Price Parker, his 11th. They made the score 1-1.
Yeah, and it was a chance where the Spartans they could be in a different spot in this game if they clean up the garbage right in front of the net because.
That's what that one was.
Yeah,
you're right.
Credit to the Eagles that they just stuck with the play, and all they had to do was poke check one through. Van Valkenburg had already made the first and second save, and he was clearly out of position, as you would expect in the dirty areas. But it was a nice job by Ivan Roy in that first period of play to get the Eagles on the board.
He'll play to the 14:44 mark as Edward Sweenor picks up his first goal of the hockey game, 21st of the season. He just goes, it was a questionable play. We've talked about it enough, but Sweenor goes in, makes a nifty move on goaltender Tegan Van Valkenburg, and makes the score 2-1.
Yeah, and it was like we said, it was a questionable move at the blue line, but nonetheless, he makes his way down the sheet of the ice and makes a terrific move on goaltender Van Valkenburg, and I think it's almost if I had to put an odds on it, I would put probably minus 325.75 for Edward to score on the breakaway. I'd put good money. Not that we're betting, we're not, but not.
No, we don't need that scandal.
No, we definitely don't need that. But if I had to do that, I would definitely be favored for Edward to score on the breakaway. I would not want to be a goaltender. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, absolutely. That's where we ended after the first period as the Beekmantown Eagles head to the locker room with a 2-1 margin as just one penalty in the first period went to Braden Nephew. He went off at 12:38 for slashing. Shots on the big board favored the Spartans in the first period by a 7-6 margin. Jack Bell stopped 6 of 7. Tegan Van Valkenburg stops 4 of 6. Moving on to period number 2, Edward Sweenor picks up point number 150 in his high school career for the junior. Correct? Where's my sheet? Oh, my sheet's over here. I forget because he's wearing a different number. Yes, for the junior, Edward Sweenor gets goal number 22 on the year. Like I mentioned, it's his 150th point. Braden Nephew gets the apple, his 8th of the season. This made the score. It was at the 14:33 mark. That made the score 3-1.
An excellent accomplishment for any player to get to 100 points, but to get to 150 speaks numbers on the player, especially since Edward is only a junior. It speaks to how good of a player Edward is, and he's been with this team for at least since 8th grade. And I'm sure it's longer than that. I mean, I think it's 7th grade, but Edward's an exceptional hockey player. He's really grown into himself as a player and as a person outside of hockey. A great person to be around, and an even better hockey player. as he shows that tonight. Maybe he would have liked to get his 150th point, maybe on a bit of a better goal than that one. But you're going to take them as they go.
Yep.
I bet you if I hope it happens for him. But if he ever makes it to the show, I think he'd take his first goal as something like that.
Yes, absolutely.
Anybody would.
If it goes in, there's no room for a story.
On the score sheet,
Yeah.
sometimes there is.
Yeah,
room
it depends
for
on the score sheet, but
yes,
on the stat sheet online, there's no
Yes.
room for a
Nope,
story.
There is no room for a story.
Well, Sweenor picks up his 150th point. Congratulations to Edward Sweenor, and I'm sure he'll thank his teammates along the way has helped him along. They'll it wasn't long later, a little over 30 seconds later, Jacoby Whedon does the same shot from the same spot with the same result as he picks up his 4th goal of the year. Apples go to Price Parker and Braden Nephew. For Parker, it's his 12th assist, and for Nephew, it's 9th. That made the score 4-1.
Yeah, and I'm sure Teagan would like that one back as well. But I mean, it's only a 3-goal deficit going into the 3rd period. It's not the end of the world. But again, good job for the Eagles recognizing that the goaltender you're playing just let in a soft one. Maybe you try it again, and that result was very good for them as they picked up their 4th on the night. And like you said, made the score 4-1.
And that's where we sit. Shots on the big board favored the Beekmantown Eagles in that one by a 14-11 margin. Jack Bell stops 11 of 11. Deegan Van Valkenburg stops 12 of 14. 2-period shot total for Beekmantown, 20. For the Saranac Spartans, 18. Jack Bell has stopped 17 of 18. Van Valkenburg has stopped 16 of 20. It's been a long day.
Yes,
but we're having pizza later.
we are.
With that being said, the Zamboni has wrapped up things here, and they're putting the nets back on. And we're going to take a short break. We'll come back to most likely drop the puck on the 3rd period when Spartan Hockey returns on the Spartan Hockey Network and the Potassium Sports Network's YouTube channel in a bunch of minutes.
So we're back here at the Ronald B. Stafford Ice Arena. Third period action coming your way on the Saranac Spartan Network and the Potassium Sports Network on YouTube. Again, we are trying to kind of incorporate ourselves through the Potassium Sports Network to, kind of bring you a new angle to games. It doesn't just have to be for the Spartans or the Eagles. I know Jeff is trying to kind of expand his brand. I would assume in the future he would like to get as much broadcast as he can per game, but there's only so much you can cover.
Yeah, absolutely.
That would be a lot of equipment and a lot of people doing each game.
Yep.
So, we're trying to get as much as you can. Tell your friends, family, loved ones. It would be an interesting thing to see. It's a different angle if you can't make it out to games because of weather, because of travel, because of really anything. There's always the Potassium Sports Network on YouTube. They run their own set of commercials and stuff like that. We try and incorporate our stuff as much as theirs as well. So tell your family, your loved ones, if you want to even right now, if you have YouTube, you don't even need an account. Just go right onto YouTube, look up the Potassium Sports Network, and you'll find them on there live here at the Ronald B. Stafford Ice Arena.
And you'll continue to hear us on the MixLR app.
We aren't going anywhere.
No, we're not going anywhere. And we'll, as he said, as Josh mentioned, the Potassium Sports Network looking to give back to the community, back to the players and the schools of these players with their fundraising.
You know what?
They're looking at covering a baseball.
Yeah. Do you know what like, to me, like, not that I played a lot of sports in my youth, but what it kind of sounds to me as some of the players may find an advantage of the Potassium Sports Network, especially covering live footage. It's a way to get tape of yourself. It's a way to, put yourself out there and to, if you sign up for some of these events. I know Perfect Game is very popular in this area. Peru has had a lot of D1 commits. We've had recently Caleb Smith committed to Clarkson University, which is a D1 baseball school.
Yep.
Also in the area for Manhattan, Stevie Bronson from Beekmantown.
Yeah, he got his first start, right?
I don't know if he started,
but
he
came in relief for a
relief.
couple of games, but he got the win, though. He got the win, I believe.
That's the important part.
Yeah.
And, Brian Maggie as well, playing for the West Virginia University, and he is starting this year, and he was redshirted as a freshman, but now is playing, and as well as Landon Dupree going D1 to, I forget
Siena?
He's at Lemoyne, I believe.
Lemoyne,
That's
yes.
what it was.
Right area, wrong church.
Well, the puck is dropped on the third period. Hope everyone is enjoying the broadcasts from any angle you are enjoying from. As Killian Baker tries a turnaround shot towards the net. A goalie change for the Spartans is now junior number 31, Max Coyer, now mans the pipes. As the Spartans will take over in the Beekmantown end. It's Barnsey. He'll bring it through. He'll leave for Moore. Moore will leave it now for Barnsey. Barnsey right circle. Throw it towards the net. Bell will cover, and we'll get a whistle.
Just underway, third period. Jeff mentioned it. Nice crowd on hand here at the Ronald B. Stafford Arena. You know where I expect a big crowd? Tuesday night, AC North.
Yes.
Play-in game for high school hockey. NCCS travels very well. Spartans have a good following, and there's no other hockey games that night.
That also helps.
Yes.
Here comes Beekmantown going the other way. It's Bryce Parker trying to gain an edge on McCumber, as McCumber will cancel him on the wall. Puck is tied
somebody's
up.
Mouthpiece has been skating around back there.
Here's Soup as he tries to get one around Sully Luckin, and he does. Sully comes back and takes over on it. Luckin behind his own cage now, above the goal line. He'll chip one up for Jacoby Whedon. Whedon will throw one towards the Saranac end, and Max Coyer will hold on.
We want him to play it.
You got to play that.
An odd bounce, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you still got to play that as Beekmantown's changing, and there's 5 Saranac guys around.
Yeah, there's nobody in the zone
You
for
still gotta play
Beekmantown.
that.
Yeah, it should be a good one. Just talking to Randy Lozier about all of the activity coming up next week, all the way through the following week with regional play.
Face-off is won back by the Spartans, taken through, though, by the Eagles as Carter Amberchak throws one across. First look at the third line tonight for the Eagles. As here's Barnesy stick handling around a couple. Barnesy right circle lever for Baker in the slot area. Couldn't get enough stick on puck there. As Amberchak is taken down on the play. Baker holds the zone. Baker throws one across, was looking for more. A bit too hot for him to handle. Here's Moore with a return shot.
Did that skip the top of the
I don't think it hit the post, but or the crossbar.
Boy, that was
we're like
close.
we're like the Florida Panthers guys. Remember that right before the Winter Classic, where they said the puck went off the post, but it went 100 feet in the air.
Yeah.
Here comes the Eagles going the other way.
Oh boy, play has gotten heavy here in the third.
Ivan Waugh.
And we're going to get a penalty.
It was before the play, I believe. Or it was before that play in the corner.
Cross-checking on Campbell.
So Suit goes in the box for 2.
Time of the penalty is 2 minutes and 8 seconds. This is a Casella Waste Systems penalty kill. Cross-checking is the call.
Is it the first one of the night for the Spartans?
It is.
So the Spartan penalty kill out there for the first time tonight, along with the first opportunity for the Eagles as well on the power play. Puck is tied along the end wall as Squires will put the body to his man. Mason Carter on the puck now. Carter left.
This is a dangerous power play.
It is. Carter left circle. He is canceled along the wall by Barnesy. Carter still on it now. Behind the net, he gets it taken from him. Squires will pick up on it. He tries to clear his own, can't, but now should be an easy out for Barnesy, and as he clears one all the way down the length of the frozen river.
That was a much-needed break as Saranac was chasing in the other end.
Here is Sweenor, left side, left circle now. Sweenor tries to go around one, can't, loses the puck. And Gabe Moore will throw this one down.
Beekmantown would like to put the nail in the coffin here in this power play.
Nephew tries to rim one in and can't.
PK for the Spartans operating at 77.5%, 55 for 71, and they're able to get this one down.
Here is Nephew. He'll hit Parker. Parker will go up ice for Carter. Carter left circle now. He'll throw one towards the middle. Was looking for Sweenor. Couldn't get enough stick on puck. Nice work from Brody McCumber on the back check. Here is Nephew. Waits. He passes over to Sweenor. Sweenor shoots just over the cage. As Baker will have a good look at it. He will throw one all the way down the length of the frozen river. Just about a quarter left of the power play left here for the Eagles, as they haven't had much. Famous last words as here's Carter, right circle, as he loses control of the puck, and Brody McCumber will throw this one down the length of the river. This should be the final few seconds ticking off of the 2-minute minor for cross-checking.
They just threw that one off of
Ian Broussard.
He wasn't ready for that one. I bet you that hurt. Not want anybody to get hurt, don't get me wrong, but I bet you that one hurt.
Yes. Nice keep there from Terry. Terry at the blue line. He'll throw one towards the goal, looking for a rebound in front. Barnesy puts one on goal. And Jack Bell will cover.
As we get this stoppage, 12:25 to play in the third period. Eagles with a 4-1 lead over the Saranac Spartans. You're listening to the Spartan Hockey Network on the MixLR app, powered by Northline Utilities, and we're on the Potassium Sports Network tonight YouTube channel.
Here's a giveaway in the neutral zone. Here is Whedon, throws one towards the goal. Kick save from Coyer. As Soup will pick up on it now. He'll get it around Whedon. He tries to hold the zone in, can't. As Terry will just chip one into the Beekmantown end, as they got to wait for the rest of the Spartans to hit back up. Here's Terry in the neutral zone. He'll just throw it off the half wall. And the Eagles will pick up on it. It's Evan Briere. Leaves it for Luckin as Soup tries to get it further into the zone and can't. So the Eagles will be content with throwing this one down the length of the river. Icing will be waved off. So Giroux will have to play it.
Oh,
here's Giroux in round one. He'll
boy.
turn it over for Sweenor. Sweenor shoots, and Coyer will hold on.
Nice job by Max. He didn't waver. He slid over, faced him squared up, and makes the save. Van Valkenburg, as he exited, will have had faced 20 shots, 16 saves on the night for Van Valkenburg.
Now we're playing with 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jack probably would have had to run to the bench there if that happened.
Oh.
Here is McCumber. He will try to go 200 feet here. It's a 2-on-2. McCumber around 1. McCumber around 2. McCumber shoots just over the net. That might have grazed the post. McCumber is in deep. As Squires will hold the line. He's canceled along the wall. Trombley gets knocked off the puck there. He'll get it in for Rowan Rabideau. Rabideau with a turnaround shot. Doesn't quite get towards the cage as this one's thrown off the glass and down the length of the river. Icing should be the call. And is.
So with 10:56 to play in the third period, get another stoppage. If you're Beekmantown, you just want to get the puck into the, at this point, you're up 3. I know you like to pour some more on, but I'm sure coach is looking to get that puck to the back wall, keep the clock moving, and wrap up the regular season with an 8-0 record in league play, and improve their record and their unbeaten streak. As I mentioned in the earlier, Beekmantown unbeaten in their last 8. They tied their last game against BFA 3-3. We were here that night. Oh,
There's
it's a giveaway.
Turnover there. Sweenor shoots, and Coyer
good
makes the
save.
save.
Good save.
It might have grazed him on the mask. As Parker tried to get the puck away from McCumber and couldn't. McCumber tries to backhand one out and can't. Here's a drop pass for Parker. Can't quite get the shot away. They pass it up to the blue line. Here's a tip shot and in.
Bryce Parker.
Bryce Parker gets the tip in goal. As Owen Russell gets the primary there.
Time of the goal, 6:40 of the third period.
Russell's first through the line.
Is he? He is. Let's go number 13 on that one then.
Well, let's give it to him.
Russell Owen.
Owen
Russell.
Yeah, looks
I
like
think
it
I
was.
could
Looked
scoop
like it was. Looked like it was Russell.
And a 5-1 victory.
Oh.
5-1 lead now for the Beekmantown Eagles.
Play is on through the neutral zone as the Spartans try to muster up any kind of offense they can in this hockey game. We'll listen to the call.
Did they give Sweenor the puck for 151?
Yeah.
We start at 0 again.
Yeah. I don't think he'd like that. 18
What a player.
for
What
Owen.
a player.
Owen Russell. Russell Owen. Owen Russell. He's not on my regular sheet. 13. Let's go back to this sheet. See if I can find him. First goal for Owen Russell.
Wow, that's great.
Yep.
You think he's saying, take that, Sweenor?
Yeah, I outshine you tonight.
It was my night tonight.
As here comes Soup the other way. Around Nephew, as he throws one towards the goal. I don't think he got the shot he wanted to there. As here's
boy.
Sweenor, chips it around Vaughn. Here's Sweenor, tries to get it across. Nice work from Deacon Giroux.
Wow.
As he will just fire this one down the length
Yep.
of the ice.
So, Owen Russell, he's a freshman. First goal.
Yeah, good for him.
Yep,
Good
absolutely.
for him.
Love to see him.
What was he, 13, Bob?
Yes, number 13 tonight. He normally wears.
Yeah, these black jerseys are killing me.
I know, right?
That
He
I knew
normally
this team.
He normally wears 5.
I feel like you guys have new numbers for Saranac.
Yes.
You know, it wouldn't matter new numbers if the names were on.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And then we'd be fine, but it's one of those things where.
They're red jerseys. They do have names on
Yes.
them. So that's very nice.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm going to make a request for the playoffs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Macomber
boy.
turns one over. Here is Amerchak is a shot on goal, and Coyer will make the save. And he'll hold on.
It was a giveaway again in the other end. That was one of the key points of tonight's game was take care of the puck. That did not happen a lot of times tonight here for the Spartans, especially here in the later stages of this hockey game as we approach 9 minutes to go in the period.
Draw is won back by the Eagles with Nephew. He'll go D to D. Here's a shot towards the goal as Trombley will tip that one. Here is a pass across. They're looking for Jackson Deo. Couldn't find him as he will dump this one deep into the zone, and Max Coyer's seen enough, so he will cover.
Yep.
As the Eagles are going to make a goaltending change here as Jack Bell's night is done.
And Bell will step aside.
Oliver Ringer will come in for the Eagles. He's a junior. 1-0-0 on the season with a .350 goals allowed and an .821 save percentage.
So we saw him play in their holiday tournament when Bell was I think he was out with a sickness and really played a solid game. I think that was against Rye. Again, a good team, but yeah. So see what he got for us here.
We saw him in a different circumstance on. When would we do the game, Jeff? Wednesday night?
Wednesday night, yeah. Yep.
Jack Bell got a little overzealous in his own net and cost was a little aggressive, let's say, and he drew a penalty, and that was at the tail end of the period. And when they came out, Coach Frechette is big on discipline, and he sat him.
Well, you talk about that, but I mean, look at, I think you both have said it multiple times. I think Beekmantown's playing their best hockey at the right time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. I mean, they've really, what'd you say, Bob, 8 in a row?
Yeah, they're unbeaten. They'd won 7 in a row. They tied Wednesday night, so they're still unbeaten.
Yeah, and again, some good teams.
Yeah.
Too. I mean, BFA, certainly a solid team out of Vermont.
In their
so
last,
it'll be interesting.
They
we'll see where we end up, but
they won the Salmon River tournament.
Yep, that's right.
With a 4-0 win over Thousand Island and a 6-2 win over the host school, Salmon River. That was on Valentine's weekend. They were able to take care of business.
Salmon River is a huge school.
It is, and
it's gigantic.
Their hockey program is pretty big there.
Yeah,
it's been good for a long time.
Yeah, so should be good. Playoffs should be good, right?
Yep,
they're always good games. Beekmantown's playing well. I think, I've seen Saranac play well against teams, right?
Yep.
They're young.
Yeah.
They're young. And, as we always say, Bob, right? PHS is the ultimate safety net in between the pipes, right?
Yes.
So should be a good run.
Absolutely.
Looking forward to some good games.
Absolutely.
Play is on in the Saranac end as Macomber tries to get one out and can't. Carter on the puck now. Right circle. He'll choose to shoot towards the net.
Looking for another deflection. That would have been a nice shot.
Yeah, it looked like it hit somebody on the way through as Soup will pick up on it now. Soup into the Beekmantown end. Stops on a dime, tries to get around Sweenor and does. 8:20 left to go in the final period of play.
Ooh, that would have been.
As Soup was looking across for Elliot Batty. Uncharacteristic of Elliot not to be able to handle that pass.
He's not a big kid, but boy, he stops a lot headed his way.
He does. Here is Macomber now, taking it out of his own end. He'll skate it into the Beekmantown zone. He'll leave it for Soup. Soup has his pocket picked, and Sweenor is going to go the other way. He's going to try and find Ivan Roy. Roy had his stick lifted by a nice job from Barnesy.
It was like 3 hooks in a row.
Yeah. Here's Batty. He has knocked off the puck from Nephew as Whedon will pick up on it.
Can you taste that pizza yet? I'm starving.
That might be your answer to the whistle.
Yes.
Or lack thereof.
Yes.
I don't think I'm going to eat much tonight.
Just so excited that, there was such adrenaline running from this game.
Well, that and I'm still recovering a little bit from my food poisoning on Wednesday night.
Oh.
Puck is pitchforked into the neutral zone as Price Parker will pick up on it. Here's Price with a shot. It's a skate or a stick in front. Goes up and out of play.
Well, early tomorrow, right? We got a nice little gold medal game.
Yes,
8-10.
I think what's interesting about that is you're like, of course it's them, but it wasn't an easy path for either team to get there.
No.
It's been great hockey for sure. I mean, not that you didn't know it wasn't going to be, but I credit those players for they're playing as hard as if they're playing for the cup. It's really impressive to watch. Yeah,
Yes.
USA and Canada, all the teams.
Yeah, there's been some good games.
Yeah.
Saw Finland today win by a margin of 6-2
Did they?
over the Slovaks.
Yeah, I feel like the Slovaks emptied their tank.
They really did.
Against the Americans, and
They did.
of course, my guy Slavkovsky.
I was going to say, I'd love to see Slav do good in the
Yes.
tournament, but
Yes.
you can't get past
Yeah.
USA. I'm sorry.
I will say, every time I see Quinn Hughes and I love him, I'm like, God, I wish Hudson was out there.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
But obviously it should be good.
Well,
it's
you
going to be obvious to state that.
You
right?
have to have 5 or 6 Minnesota players on the team.
Yeah.
When you've got when the coach is from Minnesota, you've got the GM who picked the players from the team is also the GM from Minnesota.
Uh-huh.
Not picking Jason Robertson or Cole Caulfield, the 2 leading American goal scorers in the National Hockey League.
Yes.
Circle gets a square right there. As here's Baker, he'll get one out for Gabe Moore. Moore around one. Nice move. Couldn't quite control the puck. Puck comes out to the blue line for here's a tip job from Gabe Moore. That was really close to being a good opportunity for Moore.
That was off.
Delayed offsides.
Now he puts his arm up.
Well,
Oh my God.
Hey, maybe-
Everybody had left the zone.
If we see him at Domino's, we'll know why.
Yeah.
Here is Deacon Giroux as he is blown up
Yeah.
right in the middle of the ice.
Yeah.
And Killian Baker will return the favor.
Yeah,
It wasn't that far after the whistle. That wasn't too bad for Killer there.
it was both of them.
Yes.
Both of them. As
I think both teams got
coach
restless.
coach
after
isn't
the,
happy with that. He wasn't happy with that hit.
I don't blame him.
He wasn't
Here
happy with that hit.
Montgomery tries to pitch one out to center ice. Can't quite get there excuse me. I don't know why I'm blanking. Braden Nephew. Wow. Nephew gets one in deep. Carter throws one across the sheet of ice. Was looking for a return man on the left-hand side. Couldn't find it. Both teams kind of sloppy play in the last minute or so. Here's Sweetnor below the goal line as he tries to chip one towards the slot area. Can't find anybody.
Everybody's just kind of standing around.
Yeah, for both teams. There's Soup. He'll get one up for Moore. Moore around one. He'll try to feed McCumber. Elliot Batty will backhand one in deep into the Beekmantown zone.
Body language tells you a lot, and we're seeing that here. This is deflated after a rough loss in SLP, and losing to their foe here tonight, as they will have to lick their wounds, bandage them up, and get ready for the play-in game on Tuesday night against the Cougars. I mentioned it. You mentioned it. That's a Cougars team that I said I don't want to face them in the playoffs.
Yep,
Hard to beat a team 3 times, especially when the 3 games were close.
Yes, absolutely.
Then Beekmantown will get the winner of that, yes?
Yes,
And then PHS, SLP in the other.
Yes. Yep.
Do we know when those games are yet, or tomorrow they'll figure that out?
Thursday.
Thursday night.
Yep.
Saranac Thursday?
Saranac plays NCCS on Tuesday,
Okay,
the play-in game, and then both semifinals are on Thursday.
got it. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. I can't tell you the basketball ones. There's some A, B, C, D, different schools.
Oh, my Lord.
But I
They
can tell you
keep
the
it
hockey.
easy for us,
Yes,
right?
You
5
said-
teams. I can take care of it.
You sent me the schedule for sectionals, and I've got two Tuesday, Wednesdays between 2 weeks booked.
As Squires gets taken down on the play, but he jumps back to his feet. He goes over to McCumber. As they'll get this back out to the neutral zone with Briere. Sorry, we got caught up in a little bit of useless banner.
No, I think it was good.
As the ball goes, puck.
The pin? Oh, we're bowling now.
Yes, we're bowling now. As McCumber now behind his own cage.
Have
He'll
you
stop
called
and
much
hold.
bowling?
I know.
Oh.
Never.
Monday afternoon.
Yeah.
Bullet.
Yes.
I'll meet you at North Bowl.
Oh, here comes McCumber the other way. He's activated. Here's a shot into the glove of Oliver Ringer. And Oliver will hold on.
That might be his official first save of the game.
3.5 to play in the hockey game. 5-1 in favor of the Beekmantown Eagles. Again, if I'm Beekmantown, I'm up 4. Let's get the puck to the back wall and wrap things up. They'll have 5 days off, 4 days off before they play again. As an outlet pass doesn't connect. And ahead, they'll get it where Saranac hits it ahead. Here is Rowan Rabideau. Rabideau tied up. Trombley throws it towards the front. He gets it to Easton. O'Connell back to Ficacello. Ficacello will throw it into the zone. Giving chase is O'Connell. Quick turn by Braden Nephew gets the puck going the other way. Bryce Parker in his own end. Ooh, almost picked the pocket was O'Connell. Easton was on the doorstep. As Deacon Giroux cancels his man along the boards. That is Mason Carter as Beekmantown comes out with it. He gets it to Bryce Parker. Puck is towards the front. Trombley clears it towards the corner. And canceled on the play. More like hugging him on the play.
Hey, maybe they're good friends.
Yes.
Really good friends.
This long shot goes in, wide of the net. Ficacello now tries to chip one to himself, doesn't get it out. First one there is Bryce Parker. And now out comes Rabideau. Will throw this one down the river and get a stoppage. This line for Saranac had been out in the ice for a little while. They're headed for the bench.
Well, another solid night for Jack Bell, right?
Yep.
Between the
Yeah.
pipes.
Yep, Bell leaves with
I'm sure he would love to have the first one back, but nonetheless, still very good night for him.
it is.
Saw a lot of pressure in the first period, more in the first than he saw in the second, but still.
Coach
worth
Frechette
noting.
running his third line quite a bit here in the late stages. They've been on the ice, I want to say, almost every other shift, and giving him some experience.
You never know when you might need them, right?
Absolutely.
Especially this time of year.
Big save there by Ringer off the stick of Moore. And throwing it back in, delayed offsides on Saranac. They'll push it back in. 1:40 to play here in the game. Barnesy gloves one down. It comes back to the neutral zone where Squires will pick up in front of his own bench. Squires now gets it tossed between his feet. He'll rim it around to Vaughn. Vaughn now ahead. And he looks to skate it out, giving chase is Mason Carter for the Eagles. He picks a pocket in front of the bench of Saranac and goes the other way. Trombley cancels him on the play as Squires now will look to get it out and does. Here is Killian Baker. Moore's on the forecheck. Baker's on the forecheck and ends up back to McCumber. Squires now pushes it back out to the neutral zone where this will come in on the goaltender. As used to be, if you took a shot on net and it was a delayed offsides, it was an automatic whistle.
It used to be. I'm pretty sure it still is.
Well, they're not calling it tonight.
Well, you know. Hey, like we said, we might see him at Domino's.
Think so?
Hey, we might have to share pizza with him.
You guys are just being too harsh on these. And I know you know both of them.
Yes,
I know
we
you're
do.
teasing them. I know
Yes,
you're
we do.
teasing them.
Yes, we do. We do.
Domino's is like the best slice in town if you want like chain pizza, in my opinion.
Here is Trombley, brings it below the goal line. He avoids the check from the sheets over here now. Jackson Dale. It's kept in by Noah Terry. That's okay. Terry now. But the backhand hits Trombley in front as the Eagles will look to take this one out with 28 seconds to go in the game. As Saranac gets together going the other way. Here is Rowan Rabideau. Rabideau with a shot. Blocker saved by Ringer. Saranac on the forecheck, comes back out to the blue line. Ficacello throws one towards the front, backhanded by Owen Rabideau. He tries to poke one home. Here is a shot chance for Trombley. It gets tied up in skates. Ficacello's back, though, and he'll pick it up, and there is the horn on the hockey game as the Beekmantown Eagles skate to a 5-1 victory this evening here at the Ronald B. Stafford Ice Arena. They'll line up and shake hands. We'll come back with the Northern Black Tapping postgame show in 2 minutes. Uh-oh. Almost tripped on my own cord.
Yeah, well, we could have been in some serious electrical damage if you would have done that.
So just one goal. By the way, welcome to the Northern Blacktopping postgame show.
Thanks
I
for
usually
having
call
me.
it somebody else.
Yes.
It's just one goal to talk about in the third period as the Beekmantown Eagles get one at the 6:40 mark, getting his first goal of his high school career, I believe. It's the freshman Owen Russell. He gets the first goal. Apples on the play go to Price Parker. Price picks up his 13th assist. Price had 3 assists in the hockey game. Edward Sweener picks up point number 151 as he gets the apple on Russell's goal, and that's 6:40. Just one penalty in the third period. Soup went off for cross-check early at 2:08. We didn't get the shots on goal in the end. We apologize. They were not announced. And that'll do it on the rundown for the scoring on this one. Teams have been chatting it up. Tell them what you were telling me off the air before we came back about Soup and
Edward.
And Edward.
Now they're at each other's throats all game. They are chasing each other up and down the sheet of ice. And, like, it doesn't get this far at all. Don't get me wrong at all. But did you see the Tom Wilson, Josh Anderson exchange in the playoffs? When Josh Anderson and Tom Wilson were literally in the Washington bench fighting each other. It didn't get to that point at all. Don't get us wrong here.
Yeah.
But, just to walk off the ice with each other, You know, they got their helmets off. They're doing one of these down the ice. They get to, Ryan's mom goes down there and takes a picture of them.
Yeah. But there was a lot of them. Matt was talking to
hockey,
Carter
baby.
Lapierre. Some of the other players were in front of the Jeffords sign here in front of the penalty box for Saranac, all chatting it up. As we mentioned earlier, a lot of them play on travel together, and they've been playing hockey either with each other or against each other for their high school careers. And it is not uncommon. Years ago, you didn't talk a lot to the other team. You headed for the locker room because, you know, when I was growing up, it was Plattsburgh Roadrunners, and that was it.
Yeah.
There's the PYH program. If you traveled, it was Plattsburgh Roadrunners, and that was it. And a lot has changed over the years, so these kids are getting more and more ice time and getting better and better. I want to congratulate Edward Sweenor on picking up his 151st point of his high school career.
52nd.
And it was a good effort tonight by the Beekmantown Eagles. They took care of business with the Saranac Spartans. Saranac will have to regroup and get ready. 2 days. Can't think of when.
Well, 3 days. All of 3 days.
All of 3 days,
Yeah.
right? But practice-wise,
yeah,
Sunday, Monday.
Yep, because on the 7th day,
they rested.
Yep, they did rest.
So, I think we were off
tonight. I think
no, we
so
weren't.
too.
We may have to be off tomorrow.
Oh,
but we'll see.
I think they are off tomorrow. Yeah,
I think they are off tomorrow. So, with that being said, Beekmantown will finish with an 8-0 record, 16 points, perfect in league play. With the loss, the Spartans drop to 3-5. They'll stay in 4th place. As I mentioned earlier, they'll play the Northeastern Cougars. Winner of that will play the Beekmantown Eagles back here at the Plattsburgh State Fieldhouse. Regardless of the outcome, we will have the Thursday night game. If it is the Spartans playing the Eagles again, we will cover that on the Spartan Hockey Network and the Potassium Sports Network's YouTube. If not, we will be live with just the YouTube channel for the Potassium Sports Network. So, with that being said, I want to make sure we thank Stewart's for sponsoring the goals throughout the season. Just one goal to talk about tonight, as unable to solve goaltender Jack Bell, as they had a couple of good opportunities, but as you mentioned, that glove for Jack Bell works well.
Yeah, it does work well. And we got to watch him for a year because he played on Matt's Bantam team at NCCS. And he was a little guy. He really grew into himself as a hockey player. And when he was younger, he was a little guy. He's not so little anymore.
No.
He stands pretty tall in the goal.
Yes.
And I've seen him at the bowling alley, I believe, a couple times. And he's almost taller than I am, I think.
That's what got me talking pins.
Oh, yeah. That's what it was.
Yeah.
But, yeah, like him standing up is almost as tall as me. And, that's pretty scary because if you got a goaltender like that who can still move, it's a good recipe for Beekmantown, as they still have him for another year after this year.
They do indeed. For Beekmantown, they'll take a rest. They'll resume on Thursday, as again they'll play the winner of the I said it again. Beekmantown will play the winner.
Beekmantown will play the winner of
the
Beekmantown versus Beekmantown, and Beekmantown will host.
Oh, sorry, folks. So they'll play the winner
picking on you.
of the Saranac NCCS game on Tuesday night. Watch our social media pages. We expect to be on the air in the neighborhood of 6:45. Sometimes AC North, they've been busier this season. They've had a lot of activity going on. They've been pretty good about getting us on the ice when we're supposed to. So we anticipate a 6:45 start on Tuesday evening. Make sure you let everybody know to listen in on the Spartan Hockey Network on the MixLR app, as the Spartans will start playoff play. It's like I've been at this since 10:15 this morning, maybe 10:30.
Well, if like Ducky once said, put a fork in it, you're done.
Yes, I am done. We want to thank everybody for listening to the Northern Blacktopping post-game show. I know I have dinner waiting for this, and
I'm looking up the menu right now.
And my lovely bride to my right with a smile on her face saying, boy, I'm ready to go. With that being said, we want to thank the following sponsors for bringing Spartan hockey to the network this season: Northline Utilities, Hearts and Total Opening, McLean Power Equipment, Northern Blacktopping, Seacom Federal Credit Union, Lucky Strike Lanes, The Liquor and Wine Warehouse, Caldwell Banker, Chas Agnew Agent, The Butcher Block, Stewart Shops, Huntley Trucking, the Potassium Sports Network, and Casella Waste Systems, Brookside Detailing, and the Saranac Veterinary Clinic. For Josh Trombley, I am the Bullet Bob Trombley. Want to thank our producer, Jeff Garrett, over on the Potassium Sports Network side, as we remind you that the Beekmantown Eagles will head off into the nighttime with a 5-1 victory over the Saranac Spartans. This has been a Spartan Hockey Network, Potassium Sports Network presentation. Thanks for listening, everyone.